right, kids. Today, and I was looking at stuff over the weekend as far as who had turned in stuff and who hadn't, and all that good fun stuff. So I've kind of altered my original game plan. Essentially, we were flip flopping what we were going to do tomorrow with what we're going to do today. Um, Today, you got a few options of things that you could do to both get ready for the semester exam towards the end of the week, but also just, once again, do whatever it is that's going to benefit you the most grade-wise. What we got here, and this is kind of cheesy, but if you will, go ahead and click here on the Semester 1 Jeopardy. Now, this is going to take forever to load up here. So probably the easier thing, if you're able to, you can click on this download it. I think it'll work a lot better if you do it that way. But if you can't, if you give it enough time, it should populate in here. You'll just kind of have to scroll through it. What I have here, and it's kind of an older version, but I do have an old school Jeopardy game that's designed to help you get ready for the semester exam. This is so old school that Alex Trebek, who's no longer even the host of Jeopardy because he died here recently, he's like a young dude in this. And I got this, I got this probably my first year teaching, and it was probably old at that point. But man, this is like 14, 15 years ago. So essentially, what you will do, and this is one of the options for today. There's a few different things you're going to be able to do. But what you'll do is you'll go ahead and start the slideshow, and you'll probably want to turn your volume down. Some sound effects.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to Jeopardy!
But essentially, it's like Jeopardy.
Here we go, round one.
In the game, they're going to give you some categories, some time periods.
Will appear on the board in these categories.
Theoretically, you should be fairly well familiar with. They're also going to give you some just categories like world religions, other stuff. And essentially what I'd like you to do is just kind of either on your own, or if you want to find a partner, you can do that as well. Just click on the questions and see if you can answer. This will be a good way to kind of check where you're at right now, kind of see some of the things that you're going to need to study up on. Obviously, if there's a bunch of questions you can answer, well, that means there's some more territory that you really need to review. Pay attention as you read the questions, as you look over the answers. Again, a lot of this stuff will show up in some way, shape, or form on the semester exam. So, this is a good way just to, kind of check for understanding, kind of get an idea of some of the things that you may need to do. I thought about doing this as a whole group, but I think, for you to be able to go through it at your own pace, jot down notes as you see fit, that may be the best way to do it. But yeah, you just look at the questions, read through them, think about them, and then try to answer them on your own. Again, here we've got a bunch of characteristics. I'm not going to read through every part. If you look through this, you're probably thinking, we didn't talk about it much because at the very beginning of the year, but this is probably, I don't know, ancient Greece. You click the button, your answer will be on the next slide, and then to move back to the game board, you just click this little square here. I would advise you go through this one or two times. Again, this doesn't necessarily have to be in class today, but this is something, one of the many things that, of course, could help you get ready for the semester exam. Tomorrow, we're going to do a whole group kind of review session. Again, originally, we were going to do that today, but I wanted to give you a little bit more freedom today based on the fact that there's still several people that haven't turned in notebook checks and things like that. So this is one of your options today, but this is not your only option. Option A, obviously go through the review game, take notes over things that you think you may need to study up on. Option B, if you're all caught up, you got today also to work on your semester exam review. For you guys, this will probably be the last time in class I can give you any time since your semester exam is on Wednesday. So if you haven't done much work on the review or you haven't worked on it at all, obviously you can work on that. But probably even more pressing, guys, if you did not turn in your notebook check, I need it. Really, really important. Again, I'm going to be wrapping up grades on that today. hopefully by tomorrow, you'll know what your 6 weeks grade is. You'll know what your semester grade is heading into the semester exam. But I'm telling you, if you get a 0 on the semester exam review, it's going to be very difficult to pass for the 6 weeks. Not the semester exam review, excuse me. If you get a 0 on the notebook check, it is going to be very difficult to pass for the 6 weeks. Semester exam review, that's not due until Friday. That technically doesn't go on until next 6 weeks. So while it is important for the immediate future, these things are all going to help you a little bit more. So didn't do your notebook check, do that first. Then you can either work on your semester exam review. This will be your last opportunity, or just kind of go through this review game to the best of your ability, see what you know, see what you don't. This is kind of an older review game that I made last year, and the semester exam has changed a little bit. So not everything on the review game is actually on the exam. A lot of it is. So go through it, as many times as you want. It is there for you. It's one of the many things that I think will help you out. Tomorrow we'll do our whole group review. And then hopefully by Wednesday, you guys will be ready to take the semester exam. Just a few things before I cut you loose. Semester exam, remember, it is 47 questions. You'll have 75 minutes to get it done. You do need to take it on the correct day at the correct time. Obviously, if you're here, that's not going to be an issue. You're going to be here. But for some of the online kiddos, they need to be logged on. They need to take it whenever they're assigned to do that. No retakes, that's just kind of part of the deal. And in this class, we've done our assessments up to this point in Canvas. The semester exam will be like most of the rest of your other classes. You'll sign in through your SSO. You'll go into a Warrior, which is part of the Eduphoria. You'll be taking your test in that platform instead. Under today's date, couple other things, and see this finally downloaded. The only thing is you won't actually be like clicking on anything. You'll just have to kind of scroll through it. And essentially what it'll do in this version, it'll put a slide up with the questions. The next slide will be the answer. Again, either way, see if you can answer the questions. And if you can, you're probably going to be in okay shape. If you can't answer any of these, that is a good indication of some things that you need to study. Last thing, also, under today's date, I got a couple resources for you. The first one is the semester exam schedule, which we've went over before. Again, your exam in my class is first thing Wednesday morning for you guys here in first period. Everybody else will kind of need to look on the schedule to see exactly where they are. But I also have this little document, which if you've been taking tests in, using your SSO and using Eduphoria before, this really doesn't have any new information for you. But if for some reason you haven't been, this does go over logon information, what you need to use, kind of how to navigate the system. We will look at this a little bit tomorrow as well, just in case people need that. But for right now, I'm going to kind of leave it up to you. So that is the game plan today. Once again, you got a little bit of freedom, but please do what you feel is going to be the most beneficial to you. Any questions about the game plan today? Pretty straightforward. But again, before you really start sweating semester exam stuff, please ensure you got that notebook check in, because that's about to have a tremendous impact on everybody's grade. Speaking of grades, I'm going to be updating grades today while you guys are doing this. My hope is to have all the grades updated before I leave today, definitely before you guys get here tomorrow. So kind of, be monitoring your grades. And obviously, if you have any questions, let me know. Good luck.